Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Star Wars figure review. Now today we're going to be taking a look at none other than the Crait version of Jedi Luke, and I'm super excited to get this guy out here. Say what you will about The Last Jedi, this interpretation of Luke looked absolutely awesome. I know this is the look that a lot of people were hoping for, and of course we got it. Not quite in the right format, mind you, but either way, I'm still glad we got the figure. If you do want to pick up your very own Crait Luke, he is in stock right now with Philip Liu from Toys Wonderland HK. The link for that is down in the description below. And let me just say, the price currently with Philip is cheaper than Sideshow Collectibles themselves, and he has them in stock to be delivered to your door right now. As I said, link down below. Either way, what we're going to do now is get all of Luke's accessories out here and take a closer look at everything he comes with. And here we have all of Crait Luke's accessories. Now this stand is super blown out, so let's take a look at it first. As you can see, the detail looks awesome. I love the shoe prints in there. A lot of people don't, but this means having a fixed foot position for Luke, which means hopefully he shouldn't topple over. So I really do appreciate it. I love the detail of the red showing through. I love the scene in the movie where they discover this was salt. So I really do appreciate, as I said, that red shining through. Now I do like the really visceral sort of paintwork that you can feel. It feels like a rusty metal texture, and I love it. Then of course you do have the metal nameplate, which I always do appreciate. Now let's take a look at the lightsaber itself. The blade isn't anywhere near as blue as I would like. I know that's something interesting that I'm saying there, but I do appreciate a nice dark, deep blue blade. This one is more of a really light blue, and of course it's very translucent, so quite hard to see. As for the hilt itself, we've seen this a bunch of times. It's pretty much a reuse from all the other times we've seen it. Painted really nicely. I still think this could be a little bit more chrome though, so if they ever do that in the future, I will be happy. And it does also come with the Swooshing Blade effect, a really nice piece. I really do appreciate them including these. I love these effects because you can have them sort of in motion and have them fighting as well. If you want to have him fighting Kylo, as I said, I really do appreciate them. Now the last little accessory piece he does come with is, of course, Han Solo's golden die, and they really do look quite nice. They've been painted really nicely. A real metal chain, of course, and they're really tiny. The detail on there is still pretty good though. As always, Hot Toys knocks it out of the park with these small little accessories. And it does also come with his light up lightsaber arm, not something that I'm going to be using personally, but as you can see, it does have the glove and the lightsaber hilt already attached. It's going to be a little bit tricky to get in there, but as you can see, the gauntlet does split open and then allow you to access it just like we got with Darth Vader. This though is going to be definitely a little bit challenging to get plugged on to the figure himself. Then of course he does come with some really nice painted and weathered up leather style gloves, which I do appreciate. Either way, that's pretty much it for the accessories. What we're going to do now is get Luke himself out here and take a look at that outfit. And here we have the Crait version of Jedi Luke. I'm actually really impressed with what Hot Toys has managed to do here. The outfit as a whole is very classic Star Wars, very Luke Skywalker, and I know this is the more idealized version of Luke that I know a lot of people were hoping to get out of The Last Jedi. If this was the look that we got throughout the entire movie, people would have been very happy, I am sure. It's unfortunate that we didn't, but I'm glad at least that we're getting it in figure format, so in your own display, you can display it however you'd like, him being the complete hero of the movie, in your opinion. That would be totally awesome and something that I might do in my personal display. Either way, I'm super impressed with the head sculpt as well, and what we're going to do now is take him off the rotating turntable and take a closer look at the likeness. Zooming in to take a closer look at the head sculpt, I think Hot Toys has finally nailed the likeness of Mark Hamill. His portrait is notoriously hard to capture in pretty much any format, so I'm glad that Hot Toys has finally nailed it. Now, if I do have one complaint, it's the fact that his mouth is ever so slightly open. As you can see, I think it gives him a little bit of a dumbfounded look. I guess it could kind of work for the scene, depending on which moment you want to take it from, but I really don't think this is the best in terms of the expression that we could have gotten. It still looks really good, don't get me wrong, I really do appreciate it. Just that one complaint, that one little niggle that I have in the back of my mind. Either way, in terms of the outfit itself, the hood is wired throughout, which means you can put it up over the top and sort of futz it the way you like it, but I don't know why it's pinched, or cinched I should say, at these 2 points right here. So that means when you have it draped over, it has this really funky way of laying, and it's got to be a lot of work to get it to sit just right. You can see that it's, whenever they do these wired hoods, they are really difficult to get sitting just right. From the front, front, it looks a little bit funky. There's little bits of material, little fraying here and there. I'm not a big fan of how that looks, but either way, the outfit itself is done in a pretty much traditional Star Wars Jedi type robe material. It looks really good. Now, the outer robes themselves are very lightweight and they do move out of the way quite nicely. You could, of course, take them off if that's what you would like to do. The belt itself is a plastic overlay piece. It isn't a pleather piece, and there is another black floating piece underneath that you can move around in conjunction with the belt to sort of situate it wherever you'd like. I think he wore it a little bit higher in this scene, so you can put it a little bit higher, and of course, you can put the lightsaber on the little hook if that's what you would like to do. Either way, the outfit's pretty straightforward. What we're going to do now is angle the camera down and give you a closer look at the legs. Now, as you can see, the rest of the outfit is pretty straightforward. Just a pair of black pants, and then the boot spats, and then the boots themselves. The bottom half is completely carried over from the previous look, the hobo look, if you will. I know a lot of people don't like me calling him that, but that's just what I've come to call him. Either way, they are pretty much identical, so that means I'm having a little bit of a tough time getting him to stand. You can see he's a little bit wobbly on his feet there, so do be careful when you are posing yours that he doesn't take a shelf dive. Either way, the robes themselves, as you can see, have a wire around the bottom, so you can get some really nice dynamic sort of windswept poses, but there isn't a wire running down the front. That means that you can't really get it out to the side too much without it being pulled back around the front. You can mitigate it a little bit by using the bottom, but not a hell of a lot. As I said, it does like to pull itself towards the center, which is totally fine. I'd rather a nice draping cloak than a wire any day, so I'm glad they only put it around the bottom, but I know a lot of people are going to be a little bit annoyed by that feature. Either way, what we're going to do now is bring out that hobo look and do a quick side-by-side comparison. Now, quickly before we punch out and do the proper side-by-side comparison, here's a close-up between the two head sculpts. As you can see, I think the likeness is a little bit stronger with the one on the left. I still definitely do see Mark Hamill in the one on the right, and there's a lot more wrinkling and a lot more age there, but I do prefer the newer one. The Crait Luke, I think, really captures the likeness of Mark Hamill in The Last Jedi. Zooming out for the side-by-side comparison, here you can see them standing together, and I do think they look really good together. I do like the juxtaposition between the hobo, worn down old man Luke on the right and the more idealized version of Luke Skywalker, the Jedi Knight, on the left. I really do like the difference between the two. Having them on the same shelf together is dynamic enough, as I said, because there is that big juxtaposition between the two. A really nice display, in my opinion. Moving on to the 3 cool and 3 annoying things about Crait Luke. The first annoying thing is all of these little threads that are sticking out here and there. I don't know why exactly, but they're kind of all over the outfit, and it's just a little bit unsightly. The second annoying thing is the feet. There's something about this that just doesn't work. He's always trying to topple over, left, right, forwards and backwards. He is just struggling to stand all around. It could be because the feet are angled slightly upwards towards the toe, or it could be that this is a little bit restrictive on the ankle motion. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't work. The third annoying thing, and I don't know if it's necessarily an annoying thing, but something that I wish they would have changed, is his expression. I don't know why his mouth is open. As I said in the previous clip, it makes it look like he's a little bit confused, and I'm not sure I'm really connecting with it. The first cool thing is, of course, the display base. This thing is absolutely glorious. I love the way this looks from the top all the way around to the metallic rusting on the sides. This is a really, really nice piece, and I'm glad they included it with Luke. The second cool thing is, of course, the dice. I'm really glad that they included them in the package. This is easily something that they could have skipped out on if they wanted to save just a little bit of money. The third cool thing is the detailing on the gloves, and I don't really talk about hands a hell of a lot, but this time I'm really impressed. The leather texture looks like these are really made out of leather. I love the subtle shine on high spots, and it's just a really nice detail painted piece. These definitely do look like real fabric pieces, and I am very appreciative of Hot Toys taking the time to make these look as good as they do. Just wrapping up on the Hot Toys Crait Luke figure, I'm actually really impressed with what Hot Toys has managed to do here. This is a really, really awesome update to the previous figure that we got in the Last Jedi line, being of course that figure that I like to call Hobo Luke or Old Man Luke or whatever you want to call it. This figure, in my opinion, is superior. The head sculpt is better, the outfit's really nice and simple. It's the more idealized Jedi version of Luke. This is a figure for those who kind of semi-enjoyed The Last Jedi or really didn't like The Last Jedi but want the older, more idealized, as I said, version of Jedi Luke. This is the figure for you. It's absolutely awesome. It comes with the classic blue lightsaber. I know a lot of people did want the green lightsaber, but of course you could pick that one up online off eBay or whatever and add it to this guy to make it your ultimate Return of the Jedi sequel version of Luke Skywalker. I still think this is worth the pickup even if you didn't 100% enjoy The Last Jedi. Going forward, I do think that Episode 9 is going to repair a lot of those burnt bridges that The Last Jedi unfortunately ended up doing. Either way, this guy is in stock right now with Philip Liu from Toys Wonderland HK, and the link for that is down in the description below, so definitely check it out if you'd like to pick up your very own Crait Luke. Also check out 6 Scale Network, the brand new awesome Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and participate in giveaways, with one coming up very soon. Also check out Justin and Steph, our brand new second channel for behind the scenes videos, vlogs, toy hunts, collection tours, and a hell of a lot more. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.